getting ready for the One Ride. Yeah, I'm going to be on the Interceptor. It's going to be marvellous. Oh, look at that one in chrome. There's quite a lot of people here. Yeah, it's going to be a good ride. Weather's just about perfect, not too hot. That's excellent. Oh, look at that one. Marvellous. And over here, we've got the 120-year special we've seen a few times at Stonham. It's marvellous. Just look at that. What else we got? A few Himmies. TC's Super Meteor. Yeah, marvellous. He's done a lot on that. We'll talk about that later. Look at this. He's spent an awful lot of time polishing this. Just look at it. It's absolutely immaculate. Just unbelievable. Look at that. Yeah. Makes a marvellous sound too. Yeah. So we've got well over 30 bikes here. Just about to have the briefing. So I'll see you back on the bike. Yeah. So everyone comes round. Marvellous. Right. Oh, here we are. Everyone getting fired up. Stan's going to bring up the rear. Jerry's going to take the lead. Jerry's all bullet. It's marvellous. Hope he's got lots of spanners and stuff in there. Oh, listen to those old bullets. Marvellous, aren't they? Oh, that sounds tasty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna video all the way around. Oh, I love that wine. Here we go. Yeah, there's Andy filming. And we're off. We're on our way. Oh, look at this, a string of Royal Enfields. It's just marvellous, isn't it? But I think what I shall do is bring us back when we get out in the country. Yeah, just wanted to get the start. TC's behind us. We've got a few broken up because we had cyclists and cars and all sorts of things. Yeah, see if I can get that set up a bit better. There we go. So we've just had a quick blast down the A14. The group has been split up, but I think we're about to rejoin them now. Yeah, it's just marvellous. The Interceptor. This is probably the highest mileage demonstrator bike I've ever ridden. Yeah, it's done 2,300 miles. It's just like the first time I ever rode it, when it had done like 300 miles. Yeah, and it's sort of bringing back. It's like it's tempting me back into the fold. Yeah, come back to Royal Enfield. Yeah, that's what it's like it's doing, and it is marvellous. It's just lovely to ride, and it's so long since I rode it. I'd forgotten. Yeah, but we're just gonna all stop here and have a regroup, and we're not all gonna fit in that parking spot. I can tell you that for nothing. But there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, completely out of room. So I'll bring you back when we get out onto the country lanes again. Yeah. So we're just approaching Newmarket and we're turning right onto more countrified roads, I'm guessing. Oh, but it's just marvellous. The sound coming from the front, you probably can't hear. It's just wonderful. I don't know what you call a group of Royal Enfields. I don't know if it's a gaggle or a string. I guess as we're near Newmarket, we ought to call it a string, because that's what they call a ride of racehorses. Yeah, go out in a string. Marvellous. But freshly gravelled roads, marvellous. But worn in enough so that there's no loose chippings. So, like with the last one ride I did last year, there won't be a huge amount of mutter, and I put it out in 2 videos. I'm going to try and cram this all into one video, and just hope you enjoy the ride following this marvellous 120-year special Continental. So the Interceptor, I mean, what can I tell you that you don't already know? It's been around long enough now, it's won enough awards. A right and a left. We're off to Dullingham. Marvellous. Can smell this warm engine coming up as well. It just smells of Royal Enfield, that's all I can say. Yeah, no oil, no petrol, just warm metal, proper motorbike smell. And of course I'm running into the fumes of about 30 or 35 more Royal Enfields. Yeah. But also, we've got to think about the purpose of the one ride, apart from getting everyone out on a Royal Enfield to ride on the same day, wherever you are. Sorry, I'll just give you a wipe. I've just run through a load of flies. It's about our environment and the countryside and looking after it and making sure that we don't leave our rubbish. And I know motorcyclists are pretty damn good, I've got to say. You'd never get a mess where you've had motorcyclists out in the country. What you do get is where you've had youths in cars who have got the perfect facility to dispose of their rubbish. Not, oh, there's a cone there, look. Oh, a cone, yeah, marvellous. I wonder what he thought of all these Royal Enfields. Yeah, so, you know, we care about our environment, don't we? Because we want to enjoy it. You know, riding a motorbike is an enjoyment. Oh, level crossing, look at that. Marvellous. We're going to be all grouped together. Marvellous. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back when the level crossing's gone. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to put it in gear. There we go. I'm in gear. I've put it in gear so I don't have to hold it. Haha. Oh, but look at that bike. Isn't that marvellous? Just look at it. Yeah. Right, I'll switch it back on when we're going. Right, you won't believe this, but this level crossing, we're waiting for it to open. It's manually operated. Yeah, look, that guy there had to come and open it. That's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, proper little signal box. Marvellous. Yeah, we've definitely gone back to the 50s and 60s. Yeah. Oh, look at that, I can see them all in the distance already, going round here like a snake. Isn't it a lovely sight? Oh, rabbits galore. In the briefing they said watch out for squirrels and rabbits. I just saw about 6 rabbits skedaddle then. You probably missed them. Tree down. Oh, it's just lovely riding in a group like this. I mean, I know we talk a lot about the exhaust note and the sound out of the exhaust, but what I really like about this 650 Royal Enfield engine is the whine, the actual engine itself, that noise. It's like a vintage sort of noise. I don't know whether it's gearbox whine or the cam or just the engine, just everything. Just lovely. Oh, someone's having a wood fire. Yeah, it's that time of year, isn't it? Autumn. Yeah, tidying up the garden, burning leaves, all that lot. I don't know if I've caught that on film or not, but just as far as you could see, Royal Enfield's going off into the distance. Just lovely. I'll leave the camera going a bit because it looks fairly flat down here. It might happen again. Yeah. Lovely, isn't it? Brilliant. I think while we're headed to Bottisham Airfield Museum, yeah, a cup of tea, slice of cake, can't go wrong. We've already been filled up with bacon butties and stuff at Haywards. I know, it's just marvellous. 3 bacon butties and a cup of tea. Excellent. Oh, a little blip from the Continental there with its scorpion pipes on. I mean, it's almost like Royal Enfield were made for these roads. Yeah, excellent. So if it suddenly ends here and we're back at the farmer forgot to pick up his tines, yeah. No, but if the battery dies, I'll see you back at the Air Museum. Yeah, so as well, before the battery died, let's just go through the Interceptor. What have we got? A marvellous Royal Enfield 650 twin, air-cooled, lovely sound from the engine, lovely sound from the exhaust, even as standard, easily improved by scorpion pipes as demonstrated by the Continental in front. Seating position, pegs slightly more underneath you than on the Continental, nice bend to the knees, very comfy to sit on, Mickey Mouse mirrors, 2 round clocks, basic information, you know, your mileage, fuel gauge, I think that's about it, trips, etc. Dead easy controls, all good quality, I know. Handles just fine, well within its capabilities of the engine. Yeah, it's pointless having something that handles suitable for a race bike if you haven't got a race engine in, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Brakes, Bibri, yeah, so by Brembo, just absolutely perfectly matched to the bike that it is. So yeah, fine. Suspension, lots of people upgrade the rear suspension. On this ride here, and we've been down some pretty bumpy roads, I have no problem with it whatsoever. Oh, watch out for the dead creatures. Yeah, mirrors, can see everything, can see loads of Royal Enfields out of them. And the dash, it's got this little bar to put stuff on if you need to. Could mount GoPros or your phone or anything on that, I reckon. You could get an attachment for that. This one, the colour, I told you about it, it's black and silver, and it's got this sort of turquoisey blue on it. Yeah, that reminds me, I told you, I had an Avenger. Oh, was it a Hillman Avenger? I can't remember, or Talbot. A Talbot Alpine, that's what it was. It is a Talbot Alpine. I had a Talbot Alpine this colour. Whoa, some massive potholes there. This dealt with it absolutely fine, yeah. Tyres, well, these tyres are getting worn at 2,500 miles and they're just absolutely fine. Of course, we haven't been crazy because we're in a long ride, but we've had some quicker spells and some slower spells. It's just fine. Yeah. Seat, you can upgrade the seat if you want, and all for under £7,000. Or maybe next year there'll be more than £7,000. I don't know. Wonderful sound. Just enough power. Yeah, I really like it, and I wasn't sure what bike I was going to be on for this ride. I think they put me on this to pull me back into the fold. Yeah, that's what they've done, I reckon. Yeah, marvellous. Of course, they will be getting all their new bikes shortly, which will be interesting. Have some more demos to get on. I'll finally get on a Hunter, of course. Yeah, that'll be nice. And then this has just proved to me I need to refresh my memory of them all. I really do. Yeah, because I have missed this. Anyway, I'll bring you back later on when we're closer to the museum. Now, what you might know, looking here, the road is wet, so we have actually had rain. We haven't, but it clearly has rained, so the roads are a little bit damp. And what I've noticed, we've just been through some bends out in the national speed limit, and the tyres were pretty good. Yeah, we're going obviously a bit quicker, but even in this damp conditions, yeah, I was quite impressed really. I do like that whine though, the engine up and down when you get going up to speed, not when you're like this. So it's not unpleasing when it's like this. Something that I've noticed as well is what is quite difficult, when you ride on your own a lot, and I tend to ride quite quickly, mainly when I'm not on camera, of course. And when you ride in a group, it becomes more difficult, because when you're on your own, you're picking lines and you're thinking, oh yeah, I know where I want to be like that, and it's sort of muscle memory. And then of course when you're in a group and you're riding slow and someone's in a different line, it throws you and you can't get your lines quite right. Yeah, obviously if you're racing on a track it's slightly different. Look at that great long line, marvellous. Lots of sheep in there too. What I do like is Steve in front, he keeps dropping back from the group so that we can then have a good blast. You haven't seen it yet, but yeah, it gives us a little bit of a leg stretch for those of us who are on the 650s as opposed to the 350s. Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. lovely. Oh, we're into Newmarket. It's all the back way. This is where all the money is, yeah. Yeah, well, I'll bring you back when we get nearer the museum. Oh, just a wonderful sound. Marvellous. Right, and so what we've got here is the museum just down the road. Look at the rearing horse. Look at that. What a statue that is. Yeah. So Bottisham Museum's not far down here, so I'll bring you back just before we get there, I think, seeing as I feel like I've pushed my luck with the GoPro. Yeah. So not far now till the museum. It's been an absolutely marvellous little ride out on the Royal Enfield Interceptor. Yeah, I'm with everybody else as well. I mean, what else can I say? Bacon rolls. Me and TC also stopped for sausage sandwiches on the way. I know, we've just been real gannied, and now I'm looking forward to having a look at the museum and grabbing a cup of tea and yeah, taking it from there. But here we are, American flag. I assume that this is a little bit like Ruffham, you know, the control tower at Ruffham. Yeah. Bottisham Airfield Museum. Yeah, brilliant. Side stand down. Over we go. There we go. Marvellous. Oh, look at that. What can I say? Right, well here we are, yeah. Bottisham Airfield Museum. Look at that, all these bikes. This is lovely, and a museum. I'll see if I can get round the museum as well. Yeah, wonderful. TC's just getting me a cream tea. Oh, look at this. What's this? Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant little bantam. Perfect. And in here we've got the tea room. Yeah. The Flying Tractor Cafe. That's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, a museum through there and a prop there. Marvellous. Right, here we go. Back to Haywards. Yeah, don't know how much battery or SD card I've got, but we're off. Right, here we are, just leaving Haywards, taking the Interceptor back. Oh, what a marvellous day. Yeah, our battery died on the GoPro, so I don't know whereabouts it finished. It's literally just starting to rain. I don't know what this car's doing. I'm hoping that we'll get ahead of it somehow. I don't know, but hopefully I will. Yeah, fantastic day, fantastic people. Oh, and what a ride. Yeah, that magic, all those people riding round being affected by the magic of Royal Enfield, that magic that they input into all their bikes. Yeah. Anyway, hope I managed to put a video together. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah. Ta-ta.